See, the gag is Porsha has been an ancient friend. Shamea just finally woke up.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you. On you, on you. Want you on my face. Shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
What is going on, y'all? It's Scott Santana, aka Chi-Chi. And baby, we are back for another real talk, okay? Because we done seen the show, we done seen the clips on the Instagram reels, but now it's time to get into the real conversation based off the reels, okay? So welcome back to Real Talk. We got to talk about this last episode, Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? Or Real Housewives of Angela, should I say? Season 16, episode DS, okay? Girl, we are finally at the fallout between Porsha and Shamea. It's only took 15 years. It's only took 15 years, okay? But we are finally getting to their fallout. And honestly and truly, I don't even know if I want to trust what's actually going on in this episode, because I literally just reported how Shamea is still kissing Porsha's ass and still begging for her friendship. And it's like, girl, did you learn nothing on the show? Are you learning nothing now in real time as people are watching the show back and you're watching the show back and you can see what was said behind your back, and you can also have the fans weigh in like, Shamea, I want to like her so bad, but everything that's happening wrong in her life, she is the problem. She is the cause. Whether we're talking about her not being able to have a baby or her with the surrogate child, why are you trying to have a baby for a man that, whole time it's probably his sperm that's fucking you up, okay? It's probably him the whole time. And then aside from that, it's like you're holding on to this expired friendship that it clearly ended years ago, but yet y'all hold on to each other out of loyalty. Y'all hold on to each other because to say, oh, I have a childhood friend, oh, best friends forever. No, we got to start changing this idea, this concept of what we have to. We're going to get into it, though. We're going to get into the clips, and I'm going to tell y'all how I really feel, okay? And yeah, go ahead, like the video. Let's get into it.
These bitches is washed. Shying the soap and these rides ain't involved. Been saying shit since out in mama's garage. They hate to see that a bitch finally on top. Stop. Keep watching my social media. Changing my Wikipedia. This trendy to the top and tedious. I will stop from video. Who got the trench? Who got the wrench? Who got the weed? And they all going up for me. I'm tryna party, let's get naughty. Twerk your body, work this party. I'm tryna party, let's get naughty. Twerk your body, work this party. Who got the trench? Who got the wrench? Who got the weed? And they all going up for me. I'm tryna party.
Hello. Release all your feelings. Alright, they just gonna come back up. Was she talking shit? Basically, everything that you told Angela went back and told Porsha.
You are. Stretch your arm.
And speaking of, that's actually the clip that I want to start with. So let's go ahead and start with that. I didn't do a screenshot thingy to put up on screen, but that's okay. Y'all can hear it in the background. Let's go ahead and actually start with that. Okay, because Angela invited Porsha over to her, one of her rental homes, and she dropped some bombs on her. And honestly and truly, I know everybody living for Tangela, because I call her Tangela because she looked like she could be a Tamar, a Tawanda, a Tony, a Tracy. Okay, so Miss Tangela Braxton, I know everybody living for her, and I am just a little bit too. But at the same time, she was messy. She was absolutely messy because nobody told you to take your bald-headed ass over there and do that. Nobody told you to get involved with their friendship. Girl, let's get involved with you and Charles, okay? Because you sitting here talking about, Charles wasn't the one. I actually had a baby. No, my other husband, my other baby daddy had a baby. Like, it wasn't Charles. So why the math still off? Let's go back to that first episode when she was talking about her kids. Why is the math still off? Something in the milk ain't clean. Something in the prune juice ain't clean when it come to Angela, when it come to Tangela and Mr. Oakley. Something in it ain't right. But we're going to get to that when we get to that.
I've learned so much that I didn't know about Drew.
Well, you had an opportunity to talk to her about the situation.
Yeah.
And I think it's only fair for you to also hear what I'm saying. And so whatever conclusion you come up with is what you come up with.
You know what my conclusion is?
What?
I can fix it.
But even if there was a place to fix it, she talked about my child.
I know that she said that the money that Dennis earns could, be contributed to college fund for Pilar.
She said what? That's not how Shamea said she said it.
How did Shamea say she said it?
Shamea said she was like, oh, I'm about to make so much money, I can even send Pilar to college. No, that's what.
Was she about to write the check?
That's how it was said.
I don't remember it that way.
Oh, wow.
These royalties and the way this publishing is set up, that's going to pay for PJ's whole college.
Now, I do know PJ's college has already been paid for.
Now, listen, that is not how she said it. That is not how she said it. And honestly, fuck you, Porsha, and fuck all of y'all that be getting into the comments and be like, why y'all talk about people kids? You talk about people kids, girl. Fuck you and fuck them kids. Because if I want to talk about both of y'all, if I want to talk about the whole ancestral bloodline down to the goddamn ancestors, I will. But wasn't nobody talking about the goddamn kids? Well, ain't nobody talking about PJ. Remember a couple of years ago when motherfuckers tried to say that that's what they was doing when people were saying how PJ looked like her daddy Dennis? Girl, cut it out. Cut it out. It's so obvious what Drew was saying. She was saying, bitch, instead of you being worried about my pockets and worried about my music and my career and everything that I'm doing over here with Hot Dog Man, what you need to do is go sit back because I'm over here making moves that could benefit you and yours. Huh? While you running around still chasing a dream, still trying to be the it girl, Porsha, still trying to secure your future, still moving like a stripper in survival and scarcity mode, I'm actually putting down some foundations. Okay. I'm laying the foundation for generational wealth. Okay. Maybe to the point where you won't have to go and find a married man to go marry and scam and live a life off of. Huh? Because have you put away for Pilar's college fund yet? Or you going to let that be your next husband that you do that with? Because we could really talk about it. Drew wasn't nasty enough for me. Drew didn't go in enough for me. But the way that Porsha tried to make it seem like Drew was going in on her, no, trust me, she could have went way deeper. She could have cut way deeper. But still, Shamea, you were still messy for even trying to relay it like that because you know damn well it wasn't like that and it wasn't given that in the studio.
Well, I might contribute to some snacks or something.
Can I say this? I know you and Shamea are super close. When we all were together, and I did mention this to Kelly, she felt like there was a time when you didn't want her to be a part of this group.
That's not true.
Meaning, Shamea feels like Porsha didn't want her a part of the show. Porsha probably didn't, but she's not going to tell Shamea, I don't want you part of the show. This is my shit. Oh, she's not going to do that to her like how she doing with Dennis. But it's clear the way that she doing it with Dennis that she would do it with Shamea. But obviously she's not going to tell her that. But that's how Porsha felt. That is how Porsha felt. And honestly and truly, that's how I would feel. That's how I would feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a little bit different when you go from being the person that is seen as the star or the person that's seen as the leader, and then you invite your friend into some shit. Like, even me and my friend had to have a conversation, right? We had to have a clear conversation because we know how we are. And I was trying to tell her, because we have been talking about doing a podcast for like a long time or whatever, or doing something. And she never really wanted to like do it because she's more of behind the scenes. She's more of like my, whatever Rihanna's best friend name is. She's my Melissa to my Rihanna. Right. And I was telling her, I was like, shit could get so crazy to where like, like what you're not expecting to happen could actually happen. And like, you could really like be the face up, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like prepping her and shit like that. And, we had to have like conversations about that because it's a very real thing and it does change the dynamics. It really does. It really does, But here's the thing for Porsha doesn't really like her friends. She don't really like Shamea like that. Like Porsha likes to keep people around that are less than her or that are going to like worship her or suck her dick basically. And so if Shamea is placed in a position where she's first place or she's like top bitch, how would she have time and energy to be able to suck Porsha's dick? She won't, like, because people gonna be too busy to her. So that's where it's at. It's a control thing. It's like, damn, if you get more freedom and more access, that means you have less time for me. You know what I mean? Like that's less time that you up my ass, and I need you up my ass because that's an ego boost to me. It's part of what keeps me like, and we're gonna keep it real. It's part of what keeps Porsha sane. That's part of Porsha's daily. Like, she knows when she needs an ego, but it's just it. I promise you, Porsha, the way that she operates in friendship is no different than these niggas that come and fuck you and then leave. And y'all allow them to because you still holding on the potential. I literally just had a conversation with a nigga today about that. Completely different situation from this, but you're going to see how it relates. I had a conversation with him because I was asking him, I was like, so what is it that you're looking for, right? Because when we first started talking, he was telling me, oh, I'm looking for more than just a friend. Like I want to, date and So cool. And then he asked me to hang out. And I was like, yeah, I'm not hanging out. That sounds real casual. And we got into a whole conversation about it. And I had to explain and break it down. I'm like, yeah, because like if I'm chilling casually with a nigga, then that's not dating. Like, you ask a 12-year-old to hang out and you might get looked at weird, but like it's still legal. You're not going to ask a 12-year-old to go on a date, like, because you know what it implies. So it's the same shit, but in reverse. Like, don't ask me to hang out because it's not just, it's fucking. It's not us going on a date or whatever. And so that led to us having a conversation about how, people like, how like, just like how a lot of men move and how like a lot of women are. And it's kind of like, that's how Porsha is with Shamea. It's like she gets a dopamine. She gets a hit off of like just being able to have access to her. Like, but not really wanting to be there for her, if that makes sense. It's like, I like the perks of having you in my life because you come in and basically I get to fuck you good, but I ain't got to commit. And we see that much is evident with how she treats Shamea. It's like she gets the benefits of Shamea. Somebody that's going to ride or die for her, somebody that's going to suck her pussy, somebody that's going to gas her head up, somebody that's going to like all her pictures, tell her she beautiful, somebody that's going to have her back behind closed doors, bring her back to bone. But she ain't really got to commit to her by showing up for big life events for her, like, a wedding or, her with her baby, because that was another thing that happened. It wasn't her that she went to. I believe it was Candy that Shamea went to and cried about the baby situation. So it's just like multiple different things where it's like Porsha, again, much like a fuck nigga with a girl, like she gets to have access to her, and it's almost like getting the milk and the cow for free, but like she doesn't really have to do anything for it. That's how Porsha moves.
If anybody has ever vouched for her, it's been me. And I showed her the list of the wives that I would think is be a dream cast, and she was clearly on it.
Oh, wow.
Right? But I let her know, well, your husband doesn't want to film. So I explained all that to her. And, I don't know at that moment whether she took it and
the fact
believed
that
it or
I know
not.
about it is still lingering. And I feel like she may feel that this is kind of like a lopsided friendship.
Wow.
And I said, you need to have this conversation with her. She said, I'm afraid.
Afraid?
She did say.
And Porsha has heard this before. Porsha has heard this before. And that's why she started crying. I know some people feel like the tears was fake, but no, I feel like Porsha has heard this before, and that's why she started crying, because it triggered her. Porsha has here's the thing. You have people that heal, and then you have people who lack accountability. And I feel like with Porsha, she's somebody who doesn't necessarily heal or take accountability. Like, I feel like she's heard this stuff before, and you have people that make the conscious choice to change and be different. And then you have the other people that are like, oh, they just hating on me. They just jealous. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you think back to childhood, like you have the people who the parents used to tell, oh, they just hating on you. They just jealous of you because you pretty. Like, that's what Porsha gives. Porsha very much gives. Like, there's no real accountability, because anytime there was a problem, Diane just told her, oh, people was just hating on her because she was pretty. And it's like, she's heard this before. But it's like, Porsha, if you keep hearing it, then obviously the problem must be you, or maybe there's an energy that you're giving off or something. Like, you need to deal with that.
That there is some uncomfortable issues.
With me?
Yeah. She doesn't want to be looked at as Porsha's lapdog. Porsha, sorry. I'm sorry.
Now Porsha's crying.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm good. You ready? Shamea and I have spent way more one-on-one time than she's even spent with these girls. I can only take for so much. It just becomes a little overwhelming. If she even had an issue, I thought it was going to be a situation where we would band together and nothing could come between us. Oh my gosh, it really hurt. I'm just exhausted.
See, now that's the part that I don't like. While I do think she was like for real, like with the crying and all of that, the whole that's the part that I don't. Oh wait, no, that's what I just said. When Porsha just said I'm exhausted, I don't like that part because even preseason before this shit came out, you could tell that Porsha was gearing up to do a lot of child backpedaling and pussy popping and defending because she would come out and say, basically use her divorce as an excuse. Like, oh, I was going through so much because of my divorce. I didn't really have time to show up as a real friend. And while that could be true, Porsha, you don't ever have time to show up as a real friend. Again, you didn't go to this bitch's wedding because you didn't feel like flying in coach. And that's going to come up. We're going to get to that in the next clip. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put that on screen right the fuck now.
Oh.
Release all your feelings. Alright, they just gonna come back up, you know. Was she talking shit? Basically everything that you told Angela went back and told Porsha.
Wherever you are, stretch your arms overhead like you're waking up for the first time. Come up to a comfortable seat.
I'm sorry.
We hope that you all allow this love.
And you know what? Shout out to Kelly, because Kelly is one thing that Kelly is going to do. Okay, have y'all noticed that Kelly talks like that? Because Kelly, everything about her is so exciting. Like, listen, if you are not following me on patreon.com/Santana, where we watch the show in real time together, I don't know what you doing. Because I be gagging her, okay? Kelly, yeah, I'm so sorry, Shamea. I'm sorry. It's almost like Stacy from Real Housewives of Potomac, but from Real Housewives of Potomac, hers is almost like that, but it has more bass to it, whereas Kelly is just all the way up there. Like, not to be confused with Brit. High school. But Kelly seems like a good friend. She seems like a good friend, a follower, much like Shamea. And I feel like because Kelly and Shamea have both been followers and both kind of played that role in their life, that's why they end up bonding and becoming best friends.
Loving kindness to linger as long as possible. We are going to open our sister circle. Let me give an example. Cynthia, if you have something you want to say to Porsha, you'll say, Porsha, do you have space to speak to me about this? So whoever wants to start first.
First of all, I don't even like this shit. I don't even like the way that this is set up. This whole pampered by Porsha. Because Lauren, why are you there? And then the other bitch, why are you there? Like, Porsha, you got too many of your people here. Absolutely not. I ain't got nothing to say about Porsha until all her people leave, because I feel like I'm about to get attacked. I'm about to get jumped. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, why are y'all there to mediate? I can't stand that. When you trying to give an opinion on somebody and then they got their friends that want to jump in, and even though we didn't see Lauren do that, who knows if she 2 seconds from doing it? Like, This Lauren, we could gag your tea too. We could pull your tea too. Okay, because we sitting here talking about how Porsha ain't shit person. It wasn't just to Shamea, it was also to you. Because when you announced that you was having a baby, Porsha said, and rushed and had her baby of her own. Remember that, Lauren? Remember that?
Porsha?
And then don't even get me started on Porsha Family Matters, okay? When she took her baby daddy and that lady's husband out the town, and then she fought her baby daddy's mother. Yeah. And then she harassed all of y'all and gave all of y'all the silent treatment and was pissed at all of y'all to the point where y'all didn't even want to talk about the shit on camera because it would have pissed Porsha off. We could really get into it. Because I remember.
May I speak to you? Sure. I just wanted to say that I appreciate your apology the other day. You know, we're not going to get along all the time, but I hope that we can move on. Do you receive that?
I received that.
Girl, get the fuck out of here. Again, everybody and their mama is going up for Tangela. And listen, I'm here for Tangela Braxton. I am. But at the same time, I'm clocking her pettiness and her messiness. Just like even with the whole Brit and Kenya situation. And no, we do not need to go. Listen, get out my comments. Don't get into my comments. I don't give a fuck. Kenya is going. Let it die. Let it die. Let it die. She's going. She's going. She ain't coming back. I like Brit. Okay? Let's let that let it go. Because I really do feel like if it wasn't for the Brit and Kenya situation, girl, okay? Even with that situation, Tangela was messy because she told Brit she was team her, and then the very next day she told Kenya she was team her. I clocked that then that she was messy. And then with this situation, nobody told you to run these bones back. That was messy. It was messy. It was real messy. You ran the bones back and then you quickly deflected off of your child. Your secret alleged child. And I get it. It's Housewives 101. Okay, cute for the show. I get it, but I'm also clocking it.
I am glad that we both are hopefully moving towards a future friendship because I think it's possible. Yeah.
I don't think it's possible. That's another thing that I want to say that I don't see nobody saying. I'm not going to sit here and be building a friendship with you when I already see that you are already in the demise of one friendship. Like, how is that working? Why would I want to be friends with you and I'm sitting here seeing how you treat another person? Y'all can get out my face with all of that. Oh, well, you know, everybody's different. And, you know, just how they did them is not how they going to do me. That's exactly why y'all be getting walked all over now. Not wanting to believe the Yelp reviews. Not wanting to pay attention to the red flags. Not wanting to get on your shit before shit gets on you. Absolutely not. What I look like building a friendship with you and you can't even handle the ones that you got. Granted, that's a different relationship, different connection. So in some ways, yes, obviously our connection would be different, but it's still based off the foundations of who you are. Because even before who you are now, bitch, we talking about who you were then, 15 years ago, season five, when you didn't go to that girl's wedding. And then this is a friendship from childhood. Yeah. So if that's dissolving, then what hope do I have for our relationship? I don't understand how Tangela can sit there and that's how you know there's got to be some made for TV shit.
Hallie, I admire Shamea and Porsha both, and I admire your friendship. And I want Porsha and Shamea.
And see, if you admire both of their friendships, then Kelly, what you need to say, I'm sorry, y'all need to start shaming people and guilting people. Like, y'all have to start shaming and guilting people more. Because there is no, oh, I admire both of you. And no, let's call it out. Porsha, you an ancient friend. Shamea, you a motherfucking pick me. I want to smack the shit out of both of y'all. Because Porsha, you're charismatic, but you're problematic. And Shamea, you are too goddamn old to be a motherfucking victim. Again, everything going wrong in your life, Shamea, is because of you. You sitting here keep trying to have a baby thinking something wrong with your body whole time. It could be your husband's. You sitting here wrapped up in this relationship with Porsha, keep sucking her goddamn pussy, and this bitch ain't never been there for you. You are too old, Shamea. Get it together, because you are actually likable, and this is your moment to actually sit up and be a star. But you keep looking back in the rearview mirror to make sure Porsha is okay. Now your dumb ass about to crash. Girl, y'all don't be too honest for me. Y'all don't be honest enough for me. And I get it. On one hand, Kelly's like, yeah, this is their friendship. I don't want to get too involved, but at the same time, it's for the show. I get it. But if we're going to talk, let's have a conversation. Otherwise, everybody shut up.
To really, truly have that conversation of how you both feel about each other.
Let's have it.
Everyone feels like Shamea is not able to really, truly shine in who she is because you don't allow her to be her best self.
And she doesn't. And then look, let's look at Shamea now looking confused. Let me go ahead and put her on screen. Let's look at her looking confused. Shamea, what you confused about? Shamea, what you confused about? What you confused about? Shamea, you the one that's sitting there in the living room window with a goddamn paper in your hands asking for help. But then when the police come to the door, you say, no, I love my parents. They not whooping my ass. They're not in here strangling me. I'm not in here getting R-worded. Like, girl, what's going on now? Because we've all seen those movies where somebody asks for help but then be scared once the help actually comes. Shamea, what's it giving? What's it giving, mama?
I receive what you're saying, and I hate that she feels like that.
I haven't talked yet, so I don't know who said that.
Angela and I spoke yesterday about Shamea, that she's the best friend, and I'm a bad friend.
How's hearing it make you?
Well, yes. Well, yes, Porsha.
Deal.
It makes me feel like a piece of
And Lauren knows that's why she quiet. Because again, we could clock her too.
It saddens me.
I've never been the one to talk about my quote unquote friends behind their back. So anything that was brought back to her that allegedly brought her tears yesterday has not been communicated to me.
You brought up that I didn't come to her wedding, and then every time Shamea brings you something, she puts, a sauce on it. Like, she also went on to say, I didn't want you on the show.
Yes, I asked you about that, and you showed me your receipts of how you did not say that you only wanted me to be a friend on this show, how you want to be a housewife. Anything that these girls can tell you that I've said about you, I've said it to you, and we've had a conversation.
It's the way Drew is looking. Drew always got that stupid ass look on her face, and I love it. I love it. See, y'all be so mad at Drew, and here's my thing. Let's go ahead and gag y'all for a little bit. Let's go ahead and clock y'all teeth for a little bit, because y'all all of a sudden now everybody hate Porsha. Bitch, we been not liking Porsha. Those of us with a brain been clocking Porsha, but the rest of y'all are late. Oh, Porsha's slip is finally showing. No, bitch has been showing. Y'all just sat there and overlooked it. Halo effect. Because of her big booty and her pearly whites. Like, absolutely not. Y'all got caught up in that. We've been so Porsha for her works. Been dead. Okay? So, And then the fact that y'all hate Drew so bad because y'all feel like Drew is a liar, but yet Porsha and Phaedra are the ones whose lies actually affect people's lives, but yet those are the same two people who y'all begged to come back and say the show. Let's go ahead and clock it. Let's really talk about it, because we thought this was about to be the Porsha Gabbani Stuart Williams show. And then it turned out not to be. And then when production saw how she was failing and how she couldn't keep shit going without Kenya, then they had to go and bring in Fraudra. Right. Exactly. Okay. So it's freaking fraud. Gotcha.
Privately.
Get it out, Shamea.
I'm not an angel for sure. I'm not saying that I have not said that our relationship has had challenges. But yeah,
she could barely talk. She could barely get it out. Shamea, why are you scared? You acting like Porsha gonna whoop your ass like she did Jamie's in that alleyway. Shout out to her.
if you come to me with some shit about Porsha, I shut it down. Have I not?
You definitely tell us.
But it's not reciprocated.
How is it not reciprocated? No one has said anything about.
How is it not reciprocated? Oh, Porsha, just hold on. If Instagram allowed me to press play and pause at a certain timestamp, I would bring up the clip now, but we'll get to it in a second.
Yeah, but your whole energy is why would you even think to question that?
This is supposed to be a safe space to have a conversation. So when
it's only safe because Lauren and your other cousin is sitting right there.
Comes to what Angela said, what would make you question the friendship or attack it?
Shamea, I just feel like you are afraid. And I feel like there are things that have been bothering you for a while. I will say this, I wouldn't have never known she didn't come to your wedding. There's no
world
way.
knew, girl.
For the record.
Angela, see, Tangela, this is where I have to clock you because, bitch, didn't Carlos King, I'm sorry. Girl, I didn't call him by the wrong goddamn name. Didn't Carlos self-proclaimed king clock him. Didn't Carlos self-proclaimed king say on his podcast that you were invited since like season 2, season 3? Well, yeah, Porsha and Shamea and this whole wedding was like season 5. So what you mean you didn't know? Yes, the hell you did, ho. Yes, the hell you did.
For the record, no, I did not go to Shamea's wedding in Kenya because a couple months or a month or two prior to her actual
girl, look at her. She about to lie. Look at how she about to lie.
wedding, we were not speaking.
That's
I've apologized for these.
1 second, you did not tell me that. You told me.
Mar, I told you that I could not sit in the front seats. Right.
But I didn't know that we had an issue.
By the time we started speaking,
I'm realizing now, damn, this is more than reels. They playing the whole goddamn show.
It was so close to your flight. You said that, but you know what? At the end of the day, it wasn't meant to be. I was in your traditional wedding that was here in Atlanta. That was here in your traditional wedding here in Atlanta.
Okay. I brought that up to say, how do you feel right now?
Pick Mia should have just said her piece. Pick Mia, you letting Porsha get away with too much. Okay? Pick Mia, Porsha, Tangela, girl. You letting her get away with too much. It wasn't about whether or not y'all was talking. It was still your goddamn wedding. And she decided not to go because she ain't want to fly coach.
Now, Shamea.
Shamea have been wanting to tell Porsha these things. She just needed a little push. I am advocating for Shamea to speak the up.
I've never allowed anybody to talk down about my friendship. And apparently that's not reciprocated.
You don't feel like Porsha hears you?
She heard you. really loud and clear.
How did y'all become so close to where you can now allow our friendship to be talked about with someone that you just were at odds with?
Why are you all attacking our friendship?
It's late on.
When did it become attacking the friendship? And what friendship? There barely is one. There barely is one. There barely is one attacking our friendship. Girl, now it's our fault. Now it's our fault. Okay, Porsha.
A silver platter.
I really hate when the circle.
Oh, Cynthia, shut the fuck up. Cynthia, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, Cynthia, shut the fuck up, Bailey. Listen. And I like Cynthia. I do. I like Cynthia now. I don't like pushovers. I don't like weak people. And I don't like people who do too much. You got to kind of like play the middle. Like, not play the middle, but be in the middle for me. Because I hate weak people. And then I hate overly cocky people. Like, I don't like either. I don't like either or. And Cynthia used to be extremely weak the same way that Pick Mia is weak. So I get how she can identify with her. But Cynthia, shut the fuck up. Because it took you years to get to the place where you at now. This shit that you pulled this year with Kenya, oh, you wouldn't have done this had this been 5-10 years ago. You wouldn't have done this had this been before Ultimate Girls Trip. But I like Cynthia though. I like her. Her podcast with Crystal, it's really cute.
Breaks up friendships. It's really, really sad to see. Porsha and Shamea's friendship is just deep. These girls were friends since they were children.
And who gives a fuck? I hate, see, and that's, again, this is why the universe be whooping y'all ass now. This is why the universe be whooping y'all ass now, and I just be sitting back laughing. Oh, loyalty over everything. No, y'all be putting loyalty over lessons. Because the universe be trying to show y'all, get on your shit before shit gets on you. Okay? Y'all put loyalty over lessons. Y'all don't learn the goddamn lesson. Because you feel like, oh, I've known this person for X amount of time. Okay, and like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Anybody could get spiritually slapped. Okay, anybody could get spiritually slapped. Give me 20 feet. If you're not productive in my life, if you're not giving me what I need, if you're not making me happy, if my energy change in a bad way when I'm around you, we don't need to be around each other. You don't need to be in my life. All them years and shit go out the window. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter who you are. Mother, aunt, cousin, sister, brother, friend, best friend, mailman, garbage man, postman. I don't care.
Shamea, we would love for you to share.
It's a lot of hurt, and it's okay. I don't expect to have resolve right now. I've always chosen to give grace.
Thank you for your grace.
That was very sarcastic. So,
Nah, I'm a piece of shit. Nah, it's cool.
Well, I'm glad we're on the same page about that, Porsha. So right, let's go back to the clip of. Did y'all like this video? Go like this video before I bring up this clip of Porsha back during the wedding. Okay.
When the beat starts bumping, the music starts thumping, I make my way into the crowd. Everybody's moving, the people are grooving. A celebration's happening now because I'm not trying to be rich someday. I'm rich right now. I'm not trying to be rich someday. I'm rich right now.
Figure that shit out. Porsha has dogged Shamea out, treated her like shit, and now she doesn't even want to go to the girl's wedding. So to me, I'm like, you really need her as your friend?
Like, physically, I just can't.
Because Candy, I could gag you a little bit too. Okay, listen, it's enough gagging to go around, honestly and truly. Because Porsha, ain't this the same girl? I'm sorry, Candy. Candy girl! Ain't this the same girl who, you know, helped Phaedra lie with the whole Dungeon Gate rumors? And then now all of a sudden y'all besties again? Oh, you ended up forgiving her. Oh.
Can't do it in coach.
Why don't you go to the doctor?
You know when I passed out at the nail shop. Please.
She has been milking this whole.
I'm supposed to, Shamea.
Okay, put me on y'all's payroll.
Okay, so help me understand the condition. Oh my God, I can't.
I sent you the whole thing on it.
I know I was mad. I didn't read it.
Oh, that's not nice.
Why I was mad?
Because I was telling you something about my health. I would have thought you would have read that.
She got a doctor's excuse for everything. No?
My doctor wrote me a doctor's note. It's crispy.
Let me see. Let me get one of these notes here. Let's see. What letter I need. Porsha, you're telling me you're not coming to my wedding.
Yeah, but I'm telling you something about my health.
It's not the flight. Bottom line is you're not coming.
Well, she can't sit on the plane that long with her legs down. They used to being up all the time.
Well,
I wish that Porsha would just be honest and say that she doesn't want to go, because clearly she goes everywhere else that she wants to go, medical condition and all.
Supposed to be.
Exactly. And I'm so glad Candy said that. And that's what Pick Mia needs to remember. Okay. Thank you, Candy girl. Pick Mia, I'm going to need you to go back and watch some old clips. And the fact that it's 10, 15 years later and you still getting treated like shit, girl, bye. You ain't no damn victim. I don't feel sorry for none of these girls, but neither one of them. Okay. Because Porsha Ben ain't shit. She's charismatic, but she's problematic. And Shamea, you ain't no motherfucking victim yourself. Everything in your life going wrong, baby, you causing it. Sit back and listen to the universe. The universe is telling you to slow down and prioritize you instead of prioritizing everybody else. Okay, everybody knows that to have a child, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, but you could damn near lose your life, and you willing to do that again? Oh wait, no, she is going through the surrogacy. Okay, because I was about to take it somewhere else, but still, Shamea, still, come on now. You are literally trying to have another kid after just having one a year ago, and honestly and truly, I think part of it is because you want to please that man so goddamn bad. It's abandonment issues. You feel like if you don't overextend yourself, these people are going to leave you. I bet you she either has Chiron in Virgo or Chiron 6th house, Chiron 1st house, even Chiron 7th house. I don't know. She feel like she has to overextend herself or people will leave her. And I need you to sit down and deal with the real emotions of having a baby that came out with the conditions that the child did. And that's not me talking about the baby. That's me being real with Shamea and saying, hey, I don't think that you're really tapping into maybe how you felt, because I'm not even going to sugarcoat. I'm going to say the real goddamn thing. Shamea, I feel like you are trying to rush and have another baby for this man because you might feel like either something is wrong with your body and you producing broken babies, or you feel like your husband might look at you like that. There, I said it. I'm sorry. I was going to sugarcoat and do the whole 2025 thing. We ain't got time for that. Shamea, I need you to sit your ass down, and I really need you to sit and realize what the fuck you're asking of yourself. You went through everything that you went through with your beautiful newborn child that you have, but now to turn around and try to do that shit, not even 6 years later, it's a year later, and you're trying to do that all over again for a man? Are you kidding me? And then on top of this expired ass friendship with Porsha, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Porsha, you ain't shit. Shamea, you are the shit, but everything about you right now is making you look shitty. And I don't like it because I want to like you, but I'm going to need you to sit down and take some accountability and responsibility for your own life. Because again, you are adding to the stress that you were sitting there crying about around episode 1, episode 2. Everything that you were sitting there crying about and that you're going through, baby, you are the common denominator. And I'm going to need you to change some shit up. And seriously, go sit down, sit on somebody's couch, go talk to the lady, because I do feel like there is unhealed trauma. And I am speaking as a viewer, but also as somebody that is a psychic, a light worker, a healer, a therapist, and a spiritual astrologist. Okay? So I'll let each and every one of y'all definitely let me know what y'all thought about all of that down in the comment box below. I was not expected to be here for 40 minutes, but here we are, child. It was a good episode. It was a cute episode. I'm loving the new season. I wish all of y'all would shut the fuck up about Kenya, shut the fuck up about Nene. They're not coming back. Let it the fuck go. I'm loving the new season, okay? And I don't mind Britt. Bring Britt ass back too. Let Mia come over here and play with the girls, because Mia is a liar. She's a fraud. She's entertaining, and she fits right in with them. If you don't see that, then you dumb. So I don't don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about all of this down in the comment box below. And if you enjoyed this commentary, then baby, listen. Like I said, we be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta together on Patreon. Check it out. Dolly, that body looks bad.
Dolly made it after this long ass ride. So we pulled up to the house in St. Louis, and I'm like, oh.
So we pull up to the house in St. Louis. I think I finally got her accents here.
So now I have to do some investigating with all of the ladies to see how it all went to hell, child.
Can we catch you up? So when you were upstairs getting your beauty rest. Yeah.
Can we catch you up? Because when you're upstairs getting your beauty rest, the way that Kelly talks, because then you have Brent that's like nice school, and then you have Kelly that talks like this. You're like, oh my god.
Space.
Sisterhood, in quotes.
Don't fast forward none of this. Absolutely not. I want to know every last motherfucking thing that Angela said. What the hell did Tangela say to them? Don't keep secrets.
How you doing, RuPaul?
Now, Gilbert, you are a very funny man. Have you always been funny?
Alicia. I mean, I definitely understand committing to the character, but like, did she just start hormones yesterday? Where she put her titties? Girl, that is not a chest plate. Stop laughing. You transphobic.
I'm a T-girl from the past life.
Up next, she puts the sass in Sasquatch.
Tell me that's not Karen Hugo. Tell me that's not Karen Hugo.
Play the video.
Miss Big Feet. What the did you just?
That's
Noel. Ooh,
Alicia.
Aubrey. Ooh, Aubrey, you're going to hell.
The Thomas Concubine video.
Sasquatch is a very offensive term to me.
Is
You
it?
must
That's
know.
all I'm
Now,
seeing
I see
now.
that
I ain't
your
even gonna see your
nail
character.
Protecting the dynasty is a full-time job.
Talking about my kid, you stupid bitch.
I don't even.
Right, because you're talking about my daughter. Jackie, you talking about my daughter. Don't talk about my daughter. Don't talk about my daughter or my daughter's daughter.
I feel horrible and I feel guilty. Christian has been living a
As you
private
should.
life and he decided to marry me, and it's been all eyeballs on us.
No, he's been living a private life scamming. He's been living somebody else's private life. That's what he been doing. Christian been publicly living somebody else's private life that he done stole. Who EIN, who social security number he using today?
At times you're fake.
No,
I feel like at times I rest my case.
What? Not Banner was on season 2 looking like a country Bama. Girl, I thought that was Shawnee.